So I did a search for Ojos De Dios, the eyes of the gods, and here's an artist whose work is really intricate. He's developed his craft to create these very intricate and large ojos. He even stitches, some of these parts on the edge here are stitched in, and they sell for hundreds and thousands of dollars. So Jay Moeller has developed his craft to a very high level. You are going to start with popsicle sticks, and at first, your first attempt, or maybe attempts that you've made in the past, might look pretty simple. You might even have a single color. You might not get all the way up to the edges, but there are lots of different variations you can try. Once you try 2 sticks, you might weave it and then go back in the other direction and you get a texture that looks like this or like this. You might add another popsicle stick. What would happen then? Or have multiple colors. Or combine pieces. Create a mobile or other sculptural piece. You might go bigger, like Jay Moeller's pieces are larger. This piece is as beautiful on the back as it is on the front, and it has a repeating color scheme of blues and greens. I like how this artist went almost all the way up to the edges. That's good craftsmanship for weaving and for ojos. So you're going to start with some popsicle sticks. You're going to use a glue gun and then label A, B, C, D. When you use a glue gun, you never want to touch the metal part. And I have gloves for you to wear over here by my desk. If you put gloves on, you don't have to worry. The glue guns have a metal part that's very hot at the end, so don't touch that. And you have to add a new glue stick and kind of push it in to get started. When you cross your sticks, you just need a blob of glue. The glue guns dry very quickly. So I'm going to add a blob right here. And then my next step would be to label. There are step-by-step instructions here to help you. I think that the glue gun works better. Say I got a little bit of glue on my finger. I'm not just going to stand there. I'm going to wiggle, 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 and then it just comes right off. If you just stand there and say, ow, 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 it's hot, it can actually bond to your skin, and you don't want that. So just wiggle, wiggle, wiggle if you got some on, but better yet, remember to put on the gloves, because then you don't even have to worry about that. So the next thing is to cut a piece of string. And the string's going to be tied into the center. You can tie pretty loosely. And again, you could label 1, 2, 3, 4, but you're going counterclockwise, so A, B, C, D. And I started by tying onto the A edge. Then I am going to start wrapping. Okay, this diagram shows you how I've tied onto A, and I'm going to go over B, under and around, over C, under and around to D. See? Over, under, and around. Over, under, and around. So you're just going to continue over, under, and around until you start developing a pattern. So I'm starting on A, I'm going over, under, and around. Now over to C, over, under, and around. Over, under, and around. The neat thing about weaving or stitching is whatever you do, over, under, and around, over, under, and around, if you keep doing it, it creates a pattern. And pattern in art is great. So you'll start to get, moving out from the center, a radial design and pattern with your yarn. Think about the color scheme that you want to use. Think about good craftsmanship and taking your time. And if you run out of time, you can just cut a little piece of yarn, and I'll show you how to transition. If you tuck a little knot and trim the end, it won't even show. I can't wait to see the ojos that you make.